everybody, thank you so much for coming by again. If you're a first time viewer on my channel, thank you so much for stopping through. And if you're a returning subscriber, it's always a pleasure coming to you.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray.
Today's video, I'll be talking about all that has happened in Norway concerning the tuition fees for international students coming from outside the EU and the EEA area, and Switzerland also. So I'll be telling you what has happened over the past few days, over the past few weeks. We just entered into a new year. But then I'll be telling you what happened in the contact conference with the Minister of Higher Education and Research here in Norway. In that conference, he talked about the total makeover, in quotes, of the Norwegian educational system. That a lot of changes will be made in the Norwegian educational system, and most of them are for the long term. And out of that makeover, he talked about the tuition fees for international students coming to study here in Norway. And yeah, it's really, as all my updates have been saying, it's quite a sad thing that Norway is going in this direction. And if you do not know yet, Norway is moving away from the tuition-free universities for international students coming from outside the EU, the EEA area, and Switzerland. So if you're outside the zones, you would be made to pay tuition fee in Norwegian universities. So that is for bachelor's, for your master's, and for your PhD programs. And this whole thing came as a result of the 2023 budget, which was proposed in October of 2022. And a lot of debates have been happening in Parliament. And over the past few weeks and the past few months, I've been giving you updates on what's in the news to just let you know, because there's not been any formal communique. There has been no formal information made out to students that have already applied, and that's really the sad part, because you've already applied to come and study in a country and you've been told that
you would have to pay tuition fee.
Such uncertainty, you do not know how much it's going to be, what they're going to throw at you. And I've received a lot of comments of students that are coming to Norway with student loans. They would have to apply for those loans, because now they already have the living expense loan to apply for. Because if you're coming to study in Norway, you would have to document your proof of living expenses for a period of 1 year, and that's about 10,000 euros. So you would have to apply for that loan and apply for your school fees also. And there is a case you do not know how much you're going to pay. My heart goes out to all of you that have applied in this situation, because I can't imagine how I'm going to feel if it was me. But as of now, we can only still hope for the best, that 2023 academic year might be free of tuition fees. It's still our hope, it's still our prayer for many of you around the world coming into study. The Minister of Education had a contact conference talking about the plan for the long term at least. I'm just going to pick out the part that is relevant to us now, which is the tuition fees for international students. So there, when he was made to talk about it, he just said that the case has been settled in Parliament. So that's just it. There is no need to fight for a battle that has already been lost. It has already been made by those in majority. That is the SV, I think the Socialist Venstre, and then the FRP. They are all in favor of this, and it won't be fruitful bringing up this debate again, because yes, the majority has carried the vote. They are in favor of this. It's politics, you guys. It's politics, and majority is in favor of it. So any other thing you say, it is unfruitful bringing up this debate. The whole essence of the conference was not for the tuition fees for international students. It was just talking about the universities in Norway in general, talking about every other thing in general, and the tuition fee thing. So a question was posed to him concerning scholarship schemes for international students, if there will be any like that. For those, since Norway will be having the tuition fee thing, just like Sweden has, and then other neighboring countries that have instituted the tuition fee. So the question was if there will be scholarship opportunities for students coming this year That's for 2023, those that will be coming here, if there will be scholarship scheme. And the response was that not at all, budget has not been allocated for this. Bear in mind that this whole budget thing was what brought about the school fees thing, so there is no money for that for this year 2023. So do not expect any scholarship scheme unless maybe some philanthropist is going to donate money to the university and decide to give you scholarship, but there will be no scholarship coming from the government concerning that if there is tuition fees. And then since that's the case, he was like, since there is no money for 2023, there might be for 2024. But then in economics, economic decisions come with opportunity cost. So according to him, there will be opportunity cost. If there will be scholarship opportunity, meaning one will have to go down for scholarship opportunities to come, so the budget will be allocated to scholarship at the expense of something else, another public expense. So this whole thing, yeah, this is pure economics coming to play here, public sector economics. He said that no money has been allocated for 2023, but there might be something like that for 2024, and I think that will be dependent on the intake of this year. If they see just a few people are coming from maybe sub-Saharan Africa, they would have to give scholarship to people coming from those areas, at least to promote this diversity and inclusion thing. So since 2023 there is nothing like that, they just want to test the market and see. And now the thing is, we still don't know at this point, we don't know who is calculating the thing, who is supposed to bring figures, who is not supposed to. Like, the whole thing is just, in Ghana terms, basa means it is just like, it's just scattered, like it's the whole matter cast. Like, at this point we do not know who is in the calculations, who we are waiting for, who we are not waiting for. Those of you that have applied already, your admission will be released very soon. In a few months time you should get your response from the universities you've applied to, if you've been admitted or not. I still do not see the logic in getting admission and then they'll tell you, oh wait, we still do not know how much school fees you are going to be paid. The people that are supposed to do this is the education sector, the principals, the rectors, all the students, the head of students' bodies. They're supposed to come together and then bring up a calculation. But then I don't know whether they are delaying the thing or what, or just for your sake, because many people are not in favor of this. And then this was his response: if they are not ready to come up with an amount, a school fees figure, he, the minister, will help them do it. So at this point that if you like delay, or if you say you cannot calculate the thing, me, I'll help you calculate the thing. That is what is happening here. And it's just so sad and so funny at the same time, because so we are just waiting for those who are ready to calculate the figure to know if it's going to be expensive and affordable. But then the whole thing is that the school fees institution is not for them to make profit, so they do not need our money to improve on their economy or something. They just need our money to cover up for ourselves. Like, let me put it that way. So it's like, okay, fine, you're coming to study here, bring your own money and let us teach you. We don't want to use our own resources to teach you, because we do not have so much. We want to channel our own resources for our own people. So that is the whole idea of the thing. It's like, fine, we are going to give you very good quality education. It will be affordable. We're not going to, it's not going to be so expensive. That is what they claim. It's not something that's supposed to be expensive. So we're just going to calculate so it's just going to be at equilibrium. Your demand for the education is just going to be equal to your supply. There will be no above equilibrium price or below equilibrium price, but it depends on the school, and they will check and see if would have to require extra money. So the whole service quality, you know, the suppliers, they will be different. Now we are going into economics. If you give me more time, I'll start to teach. So the suppliers are the universities now. So if they feel that yes, this is the quality of service they are rendering to you, that is when they would charge slightly above a particular amount. But then it's not going to be something outrageous. And So we are the ones demanding your education, and if you decide that you want to go to the top university here in Norway, this is what you would have to pay. If you decide, and I think the courses will also differ, because me, I don't go to the lab. I do not go and chook animals for anything. I do not go and do experiments in the lab and mix chemicals. So I just go to class, sit down. The only equipment I use in school is this projector. But some of you, when you're coming to school, you require a lot. The courses people are doing, it is a lot of money. Some you have to go to the hospital, go and open things. All those things will require so much money. So for those of you, you might be paying ×2 of what me I might be paying. I might have to pay, or people that are going to study my course would have to pay, because the only thing we use is we sit down on our chair, use projector. Sometimes every time the lecturers use projector, so that is the only thing. But some of you, your courses might be so expensive, yes, so you would have to be prepared for that. So the whole idea is not to charge you money and for them to get extra income to fund maybe their health sector. No, they claim they do not need our money for anything, but they are just begging you that help us to help you. We just need the money to offset your cost. As everybody is still telling the minister and his people that this thing you're coming to do, just say won't regret you. Just hope that you will not regret this decision. That's what people are. They are still, researchers are into this thing. They are digging deep. You know, trust the researchers. They are bringing figures and giving him data that if you do this thing, it's really worry us. Like, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for Norway. So if you can, don't do it. But your man say he still wants to do it. He still wants it. Like, that's the best for the people. So yeah, he is the government of the people, for the people, and it was by the people. So I am here to serve you, my people. This is the update I have for you guys, and I will still keep my ears open, my eyes open for more information to bring to you. Thank you so much for always making it a date. Thank you so much for joining me always. Thank you for your comments, your shares, your likes, your subscription. I really appreciate everything. If you're yet to subscribe, please do not forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. At this point, after making video, I just have to be begging God. I pray that all these things I've been saying, the thing was recorded. If it was not recorded,